The San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency, SFMTA, is the largest department of the City of San Francisco. The agency is responsible for planning, building, maintaining, managing, and operating the city's transportation network. It oversees streets, bike and pedestrian safety, parking, taxis, and all forms of transit in the city of San Francisco, including Muni Light Rail, buses, and the city's iconic cable cars. SFMTA's work touches every corner of the city, helping hundreds of thousands of people get where they need to go every day. But sometimes that work has serious impacts on the community, especially when it involves major construction or difficult choices about how to balance multiple needs and interests. As a result, SFMTA's ability to deliver projects depends on engaging the public and responding to community concerns.
The work we do at the SFMTA very much impacts the people that we serve, the people of San Francisco, people who live here, work here, visit here. So we need to make sure as we're doing our work that we understand their needs, their concerns. They bring a lot of history and knowledge of the streets and of the city to the table. So we need to make sure that we capture that knowledge and that we understand their issues so that we can deliver projects and improve transportation in the city in ways that work for them.
In 2014, SFMTA conducted a rigorous internal assessment of its public outreach and engagement practices. The goal was to understand the strengths and weaknesses of the agency and to use that analysis to create a consistent approach to public participation across all of its divisions and staff conducting outreach and engagement. The agency's discovery of the International Association for Public Participation and its core values for public participation was a turning point.
Well, we did a lot of research. We wanted to make sure that we understood what people were looking for and that we talked to the people who are going to be directly affected by our projects. So the first rule of engagement is to engage. We made sure that we talked to employees, we talked to stakeholders of all sorts, small businesses, community members, other transportation agencies, to really get a good feel about what would create a program that could work in San Francisco. From the research that we did, we learned that people really want to be heard and they want to be acknowledged for what they're telling us. We also learned how hard it would be to deliver that for the public and how worth it would be to actually try.
In 2015, Poets received a grant from the Davenport Institute for Public Engagement and Civic Leadership to help build out the program.
So the IAP2 Foundations class really became our foundation. It was the very thing that we kind of anchored our Poets program on. And we utilized that training and trained our staff with that. So it really influenced the way we developed this process, the way we thought about our outreach notification standards. IAP2 really is the anchor for a lot of the work that we've done and we continue to do.
It was a 3-year process to develop and institutionalize Poets throughout SFMTA. Now the strategy is fully up and running, influencing each of the agency's 200-plus projects that are active at any given time. But SFMTA's commitment to public outreach and engagement is not just about projects.
It's all about the staff. It's really the staff that changes the culture. The staff that goes out and talks to the public on a daily basis, that helps implement these really difficult programs with lots of difficult choices that have to be made. By empowering our staff and giving them the tools and resources that they need, that's what's going to change the culture. That really is what it comes down to. And so what we're trying to do is make sure they feel really confident when they go out there. And as they start to see success one step at a time, that positive energy, that reflects more of a positive culture, and it just starts to thrive.